here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Jakeem Grant now to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The first down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Let's go now.
A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, even. Ready. Move away.
On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Even.
A carry for a former Falcon, Jaquiz Rodgers. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a safety Ron Parker there to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On play action, Winston. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Now Jones. Oh, look at the... And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous.
Hey, let's get a conversion. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Out of his end zone, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Winston from his end zone on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Now this one brought in by Sanu. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw on second down, Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play fake. Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Let's convert. Ready? Back, 25,
now a first down carry by Jones. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Ready? Back, 25, Sonic.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch 25, 5-0.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action now. Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Ryan trying to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go!
Now it's Ryan. Room to run inside the 40. Caught by Sanu. And down to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, let's go.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Missed.
This will not go down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey, let's go. 21.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, 4 down. Ready. White 25, go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
They go play action here on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Blue 80. Hey, sub.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Ooh, with a juke. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now it's Ryan. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this us that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vinny Curry in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. A give to Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. About burning these timeouts. They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. Blue ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey. Green, Triple C. Green, Triple C. He's checking crack. Come on. Sunday. Kill. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, Tom.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Noah Spence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's go. Gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now Ryan on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here comes Grant on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Ready? Black 25.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? Black 25. Let go.
And they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10. Again is to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your